by taking reactions to Rivers State Governor Sim Fubara's visit to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the Aso Rock Villa on Monday, which he described as a father and son discussion following his return to office after lifting of the emergency rule in his state. Fubara met with President on Monday evening, and both leaders were photographed exchanging pleasantries. Speaking with State House correspondents after the closed-door meeting, Fubara explained that it was proper protocol for him to see the president and formally notify him of his return to office.
You are aware that the suspension was lifted on the 17th, midnight 17th, and I came in on the 19th. Ideally, it's proper for me to see Mr. President to tell him that I'm back and I've also resumed my responsibility as the governor of Rivers State. It's not much, it's father-son discussion, telling him thank you and the areas where, if at all, there should be any issue, for him to guide me properly so we don't be in any situation that will bring crisis again. That's all. I don't know what you mean by is it a paper peace
or a real peace.
So long as I'm concerned, we have made peace. My Fubara and his principal are working together.
The return of the prodigal son. That's what it appeared to be. I mean, it says father and son meeting.
And son.
Peace has returned to Rivers State. Well, this meeting signals an apparent reconciliation between Fubara and the federal government, and his decision not to challenge the constitutionality of the emergency rule appears to have, smoothed relations with the executive. I'll take reactions. This person wrote on Instagram, "A whole governor was illegally removed, treated like a cat. His state handed to a sole administrator, humiliated, and even had an illegal election conducted over his head. Now, the same man is visiting his oppressors and even thanking them. No be juju be that. Fubara, it's time to man up." Another ex-user wrote, "What we lack is politicians with principles and ethics. Why romancing the president after you are denied your constitutional mandate? It's better to be a hero today than to be remembered as a coward." Well, David wrote, "You did the right thing. Don't mind those who want to benefit from the crisis. You wear the shoe and you know where it pinches. You are elected to provide good governance to your people. Focus on that." I mean, we did see this video trending on social media, but some people were asking some questions because we saw the Imo State governor there. And let me take this tweet, this post from Instagram. This is from Excellent Tony. Wrote, "How come my state governor, His Excellency Hope Uzodinma, has become Abuja governor, an Aso Rock occupant? Always on ground to bid Tinubu goodbye, and on ground to welcome him back. Now on ground to welcome Tinubu's guests. No wonder he's nicknamed the Supreme Court governor." Dr. Bat is cracking up. But I want to give Rufai Oseni here the floor before I take this reaction. Go ahead.
Oji, see, in life, when a man comes of age, there are some things that will lead a man as he goes on in his life. Number one, principle. As a human being, you need to set boundaries to things you will take, but you will not take. But when you have a human being that your principles are soiled, you are violated, you are pummeled, you are beaten, you are bullied, and you go back to beg your oppressors, you have failed as a man. So when you have people that create these conditions in society to pummel people to the extent of the fact that they cannot stand up for themselves, then the man in those people died. So I would like to ask Governor Fubara, how do you feel today? Your fellow governors, 11 governors of PDP states, stood up for you. They took a case to court that the Supreme Court did not hear. People spoke up against the injustice, not because of you anyway, it was because of the seat of the governor that they felt was being desecrated. And today, you go back and meet the same people that oppressed you. The same person you call your father that couldn't side with you when the chaos started. The same person that used the state of emergency to humiliate you for another person. Then you go back to him and you went to report to him and say, Daddy, I'm here, you. So with what eyes do you want those other 11 governors that stood up for you to look at you? People like the governor of Zamfara and a couple of other states that stood tall for you. So I ask you, where is your thank you to them?
Right.
Your thank you to them isn't going to kiss the foot of your oppressor. It reminds me of the words of Winston Churchill. When Winston Churchill said, an appeaser is the one that keeps giving the crocodile meat, but hoping that one day the crocodile will eat him last.
Right.
We have appeasers in this country, not politicians.
All right, Dr. Abate, I saw you cracking up about this Hope Uzodinma, always there, right at the Aso Rock Villa. Well, what's really going on here? I mean, is there something we're missing? Because I know you were very popular when you talked about the fact that he was, waving goodbye. He was among the governors there.
The basic point that we're making is that many of these governors who seem to have developed the habit of always hanging around Abuja.
Yes.
Hanging around Aso Villa. If they do not make appearances at the airport to constitute themselves into the equivalent of permanent sculptures at the international airport, either welcoming the president or waving at him, they hang around the office of the president in an unnecessary show of sycophancy. And this is why many of their constituents are saying they want their governors to sit at home and do the work. But these are also politicians. Some of them, they need to hang around the president to at least give effect to one phenomenon that is called elite capture. They have to be there. Their state is not good enough for them.
These are the
they always have to be around the corridors of power. We don't know what Governor Hope Uzodinma is doing in the president's office.
Well, we saw him welcoming Fubara.
Okay. He went to join the welcome party.
I saw that now.
I think there are more
into the
important things in Imo State. If you have information on that, there are more important things than to turn Imo State into a welcoming state in the presidential corridor of power. We would like to see, the various governors, not just Governor Hope Uzodinma, staying at home and doing their work. But in any case, they will say what is our own in the matter. After all, it's the people of Imo State who have to be using analgesics for whatever pain that they are suffering.
Oh, they are sending me messages. They're asking,
what is our governor?
that was one of the. What is our governor doing there? Please, we need him in our state.
As for the civil servant, who is governor in Rivers State, I've already said that, look, this is a civil servant mentality. People have treated you badly. They have other people have supported you. And he used his mouth to go and say what the president did is very good, something that lawyers have said is unconstitutional, illegal. Rivers elders and leaders of thought, they stood up for him. Ijo Youth Congress, they stood up for him. The women went onto the streets, and then he just threw all these people, under the bus to go and genuflect. Now, it's not compulsory that he talks. If he's an obedient civil servant, okay, he's governor now. If he has nothing intelligent to say, he can keep quiet. So what is all that granting interviews and just vomiting from the mouth instead of taking a principal position? I made the point. I hope that the terms of the settlement in this particular matter will come to light one day. We don't want to hear that a certain godfather somewhere has to be settled with Rivers State resources on a monthly basis so that there will be peace. That must not be the case. Because this same House of Assembly must always in Rivers State ask for accountability and integrity. So it cannot negotiate away the primary interest of the people of Rivers State. So he has gone there. I don't know how many times he prostrated to the president. They didn't show that on television. We also don't know where else he has gone to prostrate. But now that they have brought him back and he's very happy to have been brought back, let him go back and do the work.
Let him go and do the work. Let me read a comment. This person wrote, Fubara has a new father now. His name is Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Hopefully he goes to APC. That will give him some covering and may even help in twists of his second term ambition.
Now our papa be this, so we no get another one. Now our papa be this, so.
Alright, my people, you have watched the video, you have seen everything, and you have seen the people's reactions to this effect. Well, to me, I think it would have been better that Fubara never said anything. He just come back quietly and return, to his normal duty as a governor without granting all this unnecessary interview that he was using to demean his personality and his integrity. Yes, the visit to the president, was it really necessary? Somebody might ask those questions, but obviously I think it is necessary. If it is not, Fubara wouldn't have made that visit. It could actually be a part of the agreement that Fubara at time to time would be coming to Abuja to make submissions of the runnings and how he's been going about River State. Well, I wouldn't blame Fubara so much for taking some of the decisions that he has taken. There's a saying that if you can't beat them, you join them. Haven't tested the power, haven't tested the resources and what is there in River State. There is nobody who will want to have a taste of such a national cake and then wouldn't want to enjoy further to that. Irrespective of what everybody is saying, Fubara has decided to join them so that at least he can benefit before he leaves the office. Before his time is exhausted. You can imagine that he's the only governor which time has been cut short. And if he had continued, the process of going to court, trying to challenge, definitely Fubara, from what we have seen so far, I doubt if he's going to win any case. If he's going to have any backing, don't forget that Wike is there as a principal. Don't also forget that the backing of the federal government is seriously behind Wike, and is against Fubara. So it will be very, very difficult for Fubara to take up this war and then win it. It's just going to be a very, very difficult one. Of course, just like I said earlier, look at the sole administrator, Ibas, who just tested 6 months. He never wished to leave the office again. He never wished to evacuate the office. So this is what we are talking about. What do you think?